You know, when I step on in the room, you know what I'm saying? All rise. Now people supposed to be standing, but ain't nobody here. So ain't nobody here. So usually you supposed to stand when I walk in the room. You know, I'm just auditioning. You know what I'm saying? When I come on in the room and stuff like that, everybody supposed to, when I come in, y'all all supposed to be standing up. Okay, we gonna do it over. We gonna do it over. Okay, give me a second. We gonna give y'all enough time. Hold on. Give me enough. Okay. I'm walking in. Okay. Here we go. All of y'all supposed to be standing. And then y'all, when I sit down, that's when y'all sit down. Okay. Okay. Now come on. Get it together. You know, I'm training y'all on how to be good wives. And if your knees are bad, don't come in here and tell me your knees are bad. Okay. You know, you supposed to stand. So the prophets are perfect and stuff like that. So y'all should be rising up and standing up. Okay, let me see who all stood up. Somebody said they laying down. If you laying down, you're supposed to wake up when I come in the room and stand. All right? They said I'm laying on the floor. Okay. If you're standing, good. I see a couple people say they were standing. So the reason why I was late, but a man is never late. Everybody is simply early. I got that from the Princess Diaries. Anyway, I was late because I was planning the show for tonight. I was planning the members only and the Patreon. Patreon and members only. We got about 60-some people on the Patreon. We got, 41 people on the Patreon. I don't know how many members. I think it's 20 members on the members only. So we have a special guest tonight that's coming for the members only. And we're going to be talking for the last time. We're going to be talking about, I got a funny story about this book. And got a funny story about this. And so we're going to be talking about White Fear. This will be the last time we talk about it tonight. We have a special guest coming on. Just excited. You know, I'm really, really excited. I already announced this on my station here. We reach, I think now, almost 100,000 listeners. So we're taking the station head in the beginning of next year, if it be the Lord's will, because my grandmother always say that. We're going to be doing the pre-show and after show on members only, right? And then we can bring guests on and stuff like that. If you want to participate on our members only, if you want to participate over there, just send me an email. I would love to have you over there to come on over there. It's only at $5, and y'all definitely getting content over there. I do want to give a special shout out to my mentor. Definitely want to give him a special shout out to my mentor, Dr. Larry D. Reed. Now, mind you, the reason why I call him my mentor is because I learned so much from Dr. Larry Reed. I learned some of y'all are my mentor because I learned from y'all. And I want to say shout out to him because he does a lot for his Patreon. I'm a faithful patron over there. And so a lot of ideas that I got inspired by Dr. Larry Reed. And also I got my holy book. So my holy book. So what I'm going to do, we're going to be talking, you know, preaching a little something, you know, the Wiley way, over there on the Patreon and stuff like that. And So I got my word. So we're definitely going to be talking about that, and we're going to be talking about that like on the members only and for my Patreon people. So I want to thank you so very much. So we pretty much call those people executive producers. Like we're going to be over there, executive producer, and saying everything like that. We definitely going to be talking about that. It's a message that I want to preach when people say no mentor. We're going to dive into that when people say no mentor, because mainly when you say no mentor, you really do have them. And we're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about how I don't believe in tarot cards. How I believe that's a spirit of voodoo. How I believe it's a spirit. It's like a spirit with the voodoo cards. Okay, we're going to dive into that. So on members only, we definitely going to have a lot. So if you're not over there, join. It's still time for you to join for tonight. We're going live. We have a special guest that is coming up. It is the first of the month. Some of y'all get Social Security checks. So you could definitely come over there and join over there in the members only. We're definitely going to have that. It's definitely going to be fun. Okay, so that was it. We have a lot that we're going to discuss in this video because my name has been talked about, and I told y'all, I said our name is being talked about, and some of these people cannot say our name because people was rushing towards us. So we got a lot that we're going to talk about. So make sure y'all share this live and let everybody know we talking about them. All right. And I did this live because last night I was supposed to do a live, but I was tired. Have you ever been you've been sleeping? I worked and worked 8 hours, got home, took me a shower, got in the bed, and I went to sleep. I was tired. I was really, really tired. And I'm off today. And I said, well, I'll go live tomorrow. And then the next day I got up, which is today. And I said, oh, I'm off today. So I can do the live earlier. So, when I'm saying I could do it a little bit earlier. And we can have a conversation with the audience, right? And stuff like that. And so usually I'll be up, but this particular time I slept, because usually I do a live, once I get off. But now I'm up, right? And we here for the live. And I appreciate, the people, because y'all watch the replays. Like I want to say this really quickly. Y'all watch the replays on the YouTube. More people watch us in the replay than they do in the live show. I'm going to say that again. Most of you all watch us in the replay than y'all watch in the live show. Because the live show, we might garner 200, 300, 400 people. But once that live ends, the next day it's accumulating 7 to 8,000 views. So most of y'all don't watch us live, all right? Most of y'all watch us doing the replay. Okay, I want to say that again. Most of y'all watch us doing the replay, and I appreciate that. Most of y'all watch us doing the replay, and I greatly appreciate that. So when I see that, I said, "Wow, okay." Audience are loving the show. Y'all leaving comments, y'all thumb me up, and I love that about y'all. I really, 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 really love that about y'all, and I can't thank y'all enough. All right, thank y'all so very much. So we got thank you. Most of y'all watch the replay. We got people in here with hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Shout out to Miss Hot Mess History. T.I. Hot Mess History. All right. She got over 100,000 followers. And we said yesterday, I don't know if I gave him a thank you, but to Sean Davey Way, can we open up with the show? I wish I would have put a picture up of Sean Davey Way. Me and him he used to come on our show and call in. Let me give y'all a little history between me and Sean Davey Way. He used to call in into the show, and then he came to Dallas, Texas. He wanted to link up and meet me, and we didn't go because at that time I didn't meet up with a lot of people, and I still don't meet up with a lot of people. And he just reached a different moment in his career. He reached 100,000 followers, and I always want to give credit to African Americans that make it in this business. Now I got people that don't like what I'm about to say, but I like to see Black people win. Let me shut the door. Okay. I like to see Black people win. I don't care if you're shady. I like to see Black people win because when Black people win, it encourages other Black people to win. So when I saw that he reached 100,000, I said, man, congratulations. This brother puts in the work. Now he need a microphone. You know what I'm saying? He need a microphone because people can't hardly hear him. He need to put more money into his platform. But the brother reached 100,000 followers and he gets a lot of views on his videos. It's not just he got 100,000, he gets a lot of views. And that brother started with the documentaries. I'm talking about something really quickly. He started with the documentaries exposing Diddy, exposing the B2K, exposing this, and it garnered so much. He got more views doing that. And so now him talking about Shoutout, it pushed him over the threshold over 100,000 views, over 100,000 subscribers. And so I thank him for that. And so shout out to the people that are watching me over there on the Sean Davey Way platform that watches our show. And I said, I'm going to give him a shout out, but I have to bring this up because anytime somebody reaches success, they automatically come to the Wiley Show and they be very nasty. I've gotten comments from, how do you feel that Sean surpassed you? He started after you. And then other people say, you ain't going to get there until the next 20, 30 years. And I said this, I said, you got to be careful saying what a person should do on this platform, because you could be on this platform, ladies and gentlemen. I'm listening right then and there. You could be on this platform and can't really garner an audience. And then one day you wake up and you talk about a story, instantly it goes viral. I remember we interviewed the neighbor, the nosy neighbor, Corey Harjick, former neighbor, right? And Storm Monroe, he got on Conscious TV, and I'm saying names today. I know y'all gonna get mad when I say names, but I'm saying names. It helps me paint the picture. He said, but how many views did it got? 3,000 views. I woke up yesterday and that video with the nosy neighbor got 30,000 views. The nosy neighbor. But when it first started, 4,000 views. I shared it and I woke up, it was at 30,000. So my point is that you got to continue to be consistent in what you do, because your time is coming. My success is going to send shockwaves to the industry, because people say, man, he's been doing this for a long time. I'm glad he got that, because that's going to encourage others to get into this business. So it does not bother me when people say it's going to take you 20 years. This person, that does not bother me at all, because I know my time is coming, because I've been in this business long enough. And I know that you can talk about a story and instantly go viral and you get 100,000, 200,000 followers right then and off there. But you have to continue to be consistent. I thank you. Every day we are growing. Might have not been growing in a fast pace as you want us to grow on a fast pace, but we get 1 subscriber, 2 subscribers, 3 subscribers, all of that. We are yet still growing. And I appreciate that. And I appreciate the people coming on the show and actually watching us. And this is why we're always going to go out there and do a good job and provide good content for our audience, because it could be a point where you don't have an audience. See, people don't understand my testimony. And I say it all the time because you don't understand where I come from. I came from a place on Blog Talk Radio with only me and the guests, 2 people. And I would say, we got millions of people watching. And I stopped doing it. I would go back and do the show again. 2 people. We got millions of people. And I would get discouraged because I would watch others. So, Sonny Monroe, he was a good guy. I don't know if he was a good guy, but I ain't gonna get into that. He was a guy that had a radio show in Chicago on Blog Talk Radio. And he had all the girls from the gay scene into his show. And they would just trash my show. Oh, Wiley is boring. Wiley is this. And now look at me now with an audience, and he's no longer doing a show, right? So my advice to anybody that's in this business, do not give up. Do not give up. Because Brother Sean stayed consistent and his views are higher. They gonna like this type of teaching. I don't know, because I'm about to be a little messy. You can't come to a Wiley Show without no mess. Sean Davey views are higher than Storm Monroe views, than Armon Wiggins views, than Tasha K views. So, then Wiley views, right? Don't be discouraged because people have more followers, because that brother Sean is a living testimony that he have more views than Tasha, Armon Wiggins, and Storm Monroe. And his quality is nowhere near, come on somebody, like they quality. With crispy hot AZ. He don't have the expensive mics. His audience just fell in love with his breakdown. I know they gonna like this type of teaching. Somebody gonna get mad. He have to name no names. This is why he ain't grow. I gotta name names to paint this picture because it's a sister and a brother that's coming up that want to get into this business. And I'm gonna tell you, get into it. But when you come in this business, you have to have thick skin, especially if you come into this business with a lazy eye, with no nose. That's not typically the European standard of beauty. You know, they'll come at you hard. So you really have to have extra thick skin. And you would definitely get there. All right. And so when I see this and I talk about this and I congratulate, I said, this is really, 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 really good. Okay. So when I looked at the Scorpion Show, and I used the Scorpion Show as an example, because the Scorpion Show was the show when I was coming up that was getting 20, 30, 40,000 views per video before live, meaning that when they record the video, put it on YouTube, it was no premiere, you would just have to sit and watch it. And they would get about 20, 30, 40, sometimes 100,000. They was getting good. But now the Scorpion Show stopped growing. The Scorpion Show stopped growing. They've been stagnated for years. And they've been on this platform longer than me, and they stopped growing. So when people say you should be at 100,000, I said, well, I don't want to rush just to get a big number and don't nobody watch me. I would rather continue to grow slowly and having an audience with me. Okay? But when it comes to brother Kevin and Mikhail, they reached 100,000 and they stopped growing. Hell, if we're talking about numbers, hell, they should be at 1 million subscribers, but they stopped growing. Why? Because Kevin gave up. He stopped investing in his platform. Mikhail gave up. He stopped investing in the platform. And what did that do? Ushered in a new generation of hungry content creators, came on the scene. YouTube rules changed and said, hey, once you get 1,000 subscribers and 2,000 watch time hours, you can be monetized. And all of them people, a new generation came in of content creators that was hungry and came in and got the views. And they got the subscribers. So don't listen to people saying you should be at 100,000 because you can be at the Scorpion Show at 100,000 with hardly no views. Okay? So I'm saying that to the people in the back because I love doing this type of commentary. Because even Tasha K got 1 million subscribers. Her views don't match the subscribers. Lovely T get more live viewers than Tasha K. Armon Wiggins get more live viewers than Tasha K, and he don't even have 1 million subscribers. Once Tasha K got her millions, it looked like she didn't drop down in views. I watch everybody. When you tune into Lovely T, she gets more super chats, more live viewers. And I'm just being real with you right now. I'm being real with you right now. I'm being real with you right now. And people's like, man, What happened with Tasha? What's the drop? Because it's multiple factors. Number one, either your audience get tired of these antics and they just want true, authentic commentary, or it's the Cardi B thing. People got turned off from that, or it's just Tasha K just stopped delivering breaking stories, because one of her key ingredients, secret sauce of her channel was breaking stories. So you really haven't heard her really break a story and other YouTubers talk about it. One of her key and secret sauce of her success is that when she break a story, YouTubers would just talk about it. But when the last time a lot of the YouTubers talking about Tasha K? Remember, when Tasha K do something, 20, 30, 40 channels would talk about Tasha. You haven't seen that lately, because that was one of her secret ingredients to her success, is that other YouTubers will talk about her. They don't do that no more. Number one, a lot of them stopped subscribing to that app. Number two, Wiley stopped. I stopped really talking about it. And number three, now she's in a place of how I'm going to play back Cardi B. So now you got Tasha going on Bingo. She's trying to get money from Bingo because she owes somebody $4 million. So she's somewhere hiding money in assets, allegedly. So she have to, how can I get more money? I can't really focus on my YouTube because she's going to garnish that. App, she's garnishing that. So now let's go to Bingo and let's get some beans. That's where they're going right then and there. So you see that, and I said, wow. And here they go. That's what I'm talking about. So when she was over there, I said, wow, Tasha. And when she told me, she spoke against Bingo. But now she got no choice but to go over there, because she don't get a lot of those deals anymore. Like the deals of doing her show, she had a whole bunch of sponsors. Once that Cardi B lawsuit happened, and once the Barty gang people was applying pressure to her sponsors, you don't see Tasha K getting the sponsorships like she used to. Because then she got her employee, she's getting sponsors for her own show. And she can't even give deals, because once the lady type in Tasha, a lot of deals don't go over there because of the lawsuit with Tasha. Okay? Mm-hmm. So again, we congratulate Sean Davey Way. He deserved it because the brother put in the work. All right. And one thing that I give him credit for, you know, I got a name drop myself. When we interviewed the nosy neighbor, no content creator other than Sean Davey Way publicly said Wiley didn't do nothing wrong. He should interview the nosy neighbor. And I gave Sean Davey Way a shout out. It shocked me because me and Sean Davey Way do not see eye to eye. No pun intended. We're not cool. We're not friends. I don't have his number, anything like that. So it was a shocker. It surprised me that he would watch my show and said Wiley didn't do anything wrong. It was a surprise. Nobody else had anything to say about it. They were saying that I stole an interview. That was the narrative. Wiley stole something from Storm. But he came out and said, why did you do nothing wrong? You had other YouTubers say I should get the permission of Storm Monroe. And he gave us credit. Whether he didn't like Storm or not, on his platform, he gave us a massive shout out. And the people came to the Wiley Show and they watched the Nosy Neighbor interview. They came over. They watched the Nosy Neighbor interview. It was at 4,000 views. That Shoutout, it bumped up to about 23,000 views. Now it's at 30,000 views. Anytime you come on the channel, the first video you gonna see is the Nosy Neighbor. And I appreciate that brother for that. We're going to move on to the next topic. We're going to move on to the next topic. Do the moderators, are y'all in the house? Is the moderators in the house? Let me know if y'all in the house, 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 in the house. Moderators, are y'all in the house? All y'all in the house, moderators, are y'all in the house? All right, now we got to talk. And this is the first time that I talked about Momma Dee and Lil Scrappy. Hope I said his name right. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, but it was a clip that went around on the YouTube streets that Lil Scrappy was confronting his mother because his mother was pretty much running a trap house, a whorehouse. And he was upset about it. He was really confronting his mother. His mother decided to come out and said that he benefited from her running this trap house. And hearing that, I said, wow, because he wanted to cry. He was hurt. And a lot of people, and that's good that we were able to see that conversation on television because, a lot of the mothers, unfortunately, raised their children the wrong way. They did a bad job. And he confronted his mother. And it made me, go back to when I confronted my mother about the mistakes that she made. And now I'm over it because I know you made mistakes. You were young. You were young and you did the best that you know how to do. But was I hurt from those mistakes? Absolutely. But I don't blame her anymore. I moved on and I forgive my mother for all of that. So seeing that situation happen, then see Momma Dee for not taking ownership and say, you know what, son, I did do these things and I apologize. But she trying to put the blame out on Lil Scrappy, which I think is highly offensive because one thing, you're putting the blame out on your son, but you yet ran this household that wasn't right. And it affected your son. So what do? You should take ownership and say, listen, son, I apologize. I shouldn't have did that. I was wrong. I was young. I was toxic. I was dysfunctional. I shouldn't have did it. I was wrong. Will you forgive me? But putting the blame out on her son is definitely a bad situation. So when I saw that, I said a lot of families, you'll be shocked if the cameras was in the room and you confronted your mom and letting your mom know, listen, mom, you did some terrible things. And hearing this, it was like, wow, hearing this, even though I'm a fan of Momma Dee, I'm a fan of I Deserve. I love that song, I Deserve. I don't care what nobody say. It was a good message. Maybe a better singer should take the song and redo it. But I'm a fan of that record. But I'm not a fan of her attitude, right? I'm just really, really not a fan of her attitude. I think for her, she, when you reach a certain age, you should be knitting a sweater or something. I don't know. But when I saw it on Love Hip Hop, I said, did anybody see that episode? Did anybody see that episode of Lil Mama? I mean, I'm sorry, not Lil Mama. Momma Dee. Did y'all see that episode of Momma Dee? Did y'all see that episode? Give me a second. Did y'all watch it? Did y'all see the episode of him Lil Scrappy confronting his mama? Did you watch it? Did you watch it? Press 1 if you watched it. Okay. Press 1 if you watch it. If you see Momma Dee. Press 1 if you watch it. Who did you see it? Did you see the clip? Because I don't watch Love and Hip Hop, but I saw the clip because it was given to me to see it. Did you see the clip? Okay. All right, there you go. So, again, Momma Dee, and this is for all any mothers that was toxic. If your child is bringing some just take ownership and apologize. And children have to understand your mamas wasn't perfect, because you have to understand they were young and they wasn't perfect. And I have to learn that the hard way. Like, my mom did some things I didn't agree with. You know, it almost tarnished our relationship. But I'm glad I got over it. And I'm mature enough to say my mom made a mistake, because as I look at my life, I make mistakes. And I thank God that the mistakes I'm making, I'm not making in front of my children, because I don't have children yet. But I can understand, you know what I'm saying? You young and you made mistakes, but you know, take ownership of that. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Take ownership. Take ownership. Now, I posed the question that, are you following me on TikTok? I posted a new video. Y'all kept saying, get on TikTok, get on TikTok. I'm on TikTok, been on there for a while. I'm posting something on the TikTok. Today I posted a new video of Legs Shaking by R. Kelly. I posted that because I saw a plus size woman. She did her TikTok, and I got encouraged because I'm a plus size man. So if you're not on my TikTok, I don't know what it is. We have fun. I even post the TikTok on Instagram. So make sure you follow me. If you have a TikTok, it's Wiley Show, WILEYSHOW. We're trying to get to 1,000. We're trying to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok, because that's only how I can go live over there on my TikTok. I think they said we need 1,000 followers. Is that correct? You said I need 1,000 followers. We got 269 followers, right? We got 773 likes. Okay. Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, so follow us now. I don't think you need 1,000 followers to go live on TikTok. Mm-hmm. Yes. I'm addicted to the TikTok. I'll be up. Oh, I was just now up watching TikTok. I said, I'm going to do this video. Then I'm going to do some story times on my TikTok. Yeah, follow me on the TikTok. You'll see me on there. I'm the big guy on there. Just follow me. And so I post content on my TikTok. I'm like one of the only YouTubers that really do the dancing on the TikTok. But I check the other people. They don't really do no, but I do it. Okay. So make sure you follow me over there on the TikTok. And if you don't have a TikTok, download TikTok, because I've seen some older people on the TikTok. Some of my coworkers, older with gray hair, on it with wrinkled fingers, on the TikTok. I'm like, you on TikTok? I'm on TikTok. So now I got addicted to the TikTok, and now I'm on the TikTok. Okay, I'm addicted, because when I went home, I wasn't really addicted to the TikTok. Wasn't even paying attention to the TikTok, but I went home and my niece was on the TikTok, and that spirit of TikTok leaped on me. Yeah, they were doing the TikTok. They have the ring light. They got the little stand. And I said, wait a minute. Let me get on the TikTok. And so it just leaped on me. So I'm just on the TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Having a good time. Minding my own business over there on the TikTok. It's going to make me re-download this app. I don't get any work done. And I get fired just for a follow. I'm late. Okay? Yeah, so on the TikTok. And it leaped on me. Okay. If anybody deserves 1,000,000 followers, is Wiley. Hit the like. Yes, hit the like button. Okay. And they definitely be on the TikTok. So, and this is why it's good to hang around your nieces and nephews, that younger generation. I don't know what generation they are. If you 6 years old, I don't know the generation of 6 years old. So y'all let me know that. And so you hang around. So now I'm on the TikTok. And so that's another thing that I've been doing. I've been following Wiley ever when you have 2 videos. Well, thank you. Mm-hmm. We post over there on the TikTok. Okay. Thank you so very much. All right. So we got a couple more videos to get into. And we definitely gonna dive into. And I'm just wondering if y'all like the video. We gotta talk about Kanye West. And this man. This man. I just don't understand Kanye West. I don't understand him. Because He went on InfoWars and said that the man that exterminated so many J words, I'm gonna say, is a good guy. And y'all keep giving this man a platform. And I said, Kanye West, you ain't learned your lesson yet. Adolf Hitler was a bad, bad man, a terrible man. And what he did to the Jewish people was wrong. I just don't understand what Kanye trying to do. I'm like, what is his what is he trying to do? And maybe he's not medicated, and maybe he's just saying stuff. And maybe once he get medicated, he will learn. But it's just really, really sad about it. And a lot of people keep giving this man a pass, and he keep digging a deeper hole for himself. You know what I'm saying? I learned about the Diary of Anne Frank, how people were keeping her protected. And I remember reading that book, and I cried because she didn't make it because she was caught. And hearing this and learning this stuff about the Holocaust was very traumatic. When I learned about slavery, I cried. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, my ancestors went through something terrible, and I cried for that. So learning about this situation, I cried. Not only did I cry, I did more research, and I said, wow. Then I've learned that some of our people, the slaves, that they invented a lot of stuff during slavery, and how the white slave owners will patent the ideas of slaves, and this is during slavery. And learning this situation, you really, really learn. And so when I look at Kanye West, the things that he have been doing, I said, this brother have not learned yet. You lost some deals because what you're doing is wrong. What you're doing is wrong. And it's not right. And I know a lot of people will say, well, it is right. It's not right. Because what the man is doing, he's telling lies. He's leaking out with the ops. He's leaking out with people that don't even like black people. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't understand it. And it don't make it. And they will definitely put away they racist ways just to get Kanye West to say the most ignorant stuff out of his mouth. They will literally allowing Kanye to say the ignorant stuff. Thank you, Jay. Say I love your TikTok, Wiley. It makes me. Thank you, Jay. Iwi. I hope I said it right. Thank you. And it's so sad. And that's why Kim divorced him, because he's on this rant. Now, maybe once he get medicated, he's on his medicine, he's speaking to a psychiatrist, you will get a different attitude with Kanye West. And so, but again, what he's doing is very dangerous, and hopefully he learned his lesson, but he's not, because they're going to continue to give him they're going to continue to give him platforms, and he's going to continue to dig a hole for himself. He have got his Twitter not banned, but blocked. He got blocked on Instagram. Now he's back on, and he constantly not learning. It doesn't make any sense, is what I'm trying to say. And it's sad. It's really, really sad. And you got Mr. Jones here. He was sued for almost $1 billion in debt for lying on the Sandy Hook. He lied on them and said that it wasn't true. And they sued him for $1 billion. Almost $1 billion bucks that this man got to pay back to the victims. And they said, we may not never get the money from him, but we want to send a message that you just can't lie on us. You know what I'm saying? So it's really weird. And Alex Jones is banned on Google. He's banned on Twitter. He's banned on Instagram. He's banned from all these places. And the only place he's on is only on his website. And they tried to ban that, but the court said you can't ban him from him having a website, because I think they said it was a violation of his First Amendment rights. So that's the only reason why he's still able to have his website, because they wanted to ban that. He said you can't ban that because that's a violation of his First Amendment rights. So we definitely going to see about that. Now, Kanye West, if y'all agree with him, y'all let me know. And I want to know, do y'all agree with Kanye West? And if you do, I want to hear your reasons why you agree with him, because what he's saying is a lie. Just like if a white person said that slavery didn't happen, that's a lie. And we should have our and the reason why you don't hit the NAACP and all these organizations, the reason why you don't really hear them talking about canceling somebody, because most of the people that donate to these organizations are part of our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? The AT&T, Walmart, they send heavy donations to civil rights organizations. So when they do some effed up ish, they silent. Even to Reverend Al Sharpton. They were talking about, I'm trying to think, was it cigarettes? It was something that they were talking about, either cigarettes, something. And Reverend Al Sharpton didn't say anything, but when you saw the donation list to the National Action Network, they donated a lot of money. So that's why we have to fund our organizations, because if they're being funded by our oppressor, they're not going to speak against them when something goes wrong. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of our organizations are funded by the oppressor. And the reason why they fund these organizations is to keep them quiet. And these are facts. When anytime you research the donors of the NAACP, the donors of the Urban League, it's not a lot from African Americans. It's a lot of companies and corporations that typically don't want to have people to be in unions and all of that. And they fund it and they be a part of that because they don't want the organizations to, to sound the alarm to the community. And that's why they're silent on a lot of issues. So I just want to just put that out there. Okay. Yes. So they're getting paid by the oppressor. All right. And it is what it is. So that's what I'm going to say about that. And also, too, little quick announcement you got, because we're going to get into our last two topics. We're doing our members only tonight. We got a special guest. That's going to be 8 p.m. East Coast time. That's 8 p.m. on the East Coast, 7 p.m. Central. If you remember, head over to we're gonna put the link out there, and we're gonna send a text out saying we're doing the members only, so y'all will be notified. Because sometimes when we drop it in the members only, when we drop it on Patreon, people say they didn't get their notification. So we're gonna drop that on the text. Okay, we're gonna drop it on the text. All right. Okay. All right. Our last two topics here. I'm going to make sure we talked about everything. Give me a second. All right. Armon Wiggins and Bobby Lytes. Let me tell y'all something. I was having a conversation with myself, and I said, man, this Bobby Lytes interview better be good, because it just better be good, because Bobby Lytes introduced him to all these celebrities. So I was looking forward to it. And so it came out. I did not watch it live because I was working. But once the live ended, I was able to sit down on my lunch break and listen to the live. So I sit down and I listen. And when I tell you Armon Wiggins' skill set is out of this world, he allowed Bobby Lytes to talk. He did not cut him off. And one thing I can imagine, that Armon was very sober in this interview, and Bobby Lytes was a little tipsy. So I think that's a good look, him giving him the liquor to make him open up. He really, really opened up about all of this. We found out that Bobby Lytes pretty much recommended Cash. He recommended Island Boy. He recommended all these people. He didn't recommend Andre. The people, the producers did. And now he had got on the phone with the CEO of Zeus, and how he told the CEO of Zeus, say, hey, I got a show idea. But before that, it was the CEO of Zeus wanted him to do a conversation. And the conversation, he said, well, how about we do the conversation with Roland Ray? And that's how Roland Ray was introduced. And I'm really, really glad about Zeus. And one thing that, of Bobby, he said he wanted people in a wheelchair. I liked the show because not only did they have the guys with the good bodies, but they also had the disabled. And people need to understand that's a sector of the community that does not get any press by being in a wheelchair. I remember, so seeing that, you saw a lot of people being represented of different communities, right? And it was really, 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 really great. It's so entertaining. And then they played a recording of Island Boy. He was talking about some stuff. Really couldn't dissect that recording because they were talking during it. So I guess they need to redo it again. But overall, the interview of the questions that he asked Bobby, we learned that he does music. And I saw a video before he blocked me. This is years ago. Bobby Lytes was doing karaoke, and that man was hitting some notes. Bobby Lytes can really sing. And I'm glad that Armon put focus on that. I'm glad that Armon put focus on a NutriBurst. I'm glad that Armon put focus on Bobby Lytes selling some products, the facial cream, and didn't really use it. It's in his garage. So I was glad that he brought it up. I was glad that he asked a question of how Bobby Lytes got introduced into doing OnlyFans. Snooki got him introduced to OnlyFans and how he made a lot of money on OnlyFans. And I'm glad we had, that conversation. Then they talked about the plastic surgery, about the lips, and about what he got done to his butt, and all of that stuff. But this is the thing. I don't think he need any of that surgery because, like, when you look at him, he looks weird. I'm gonna be real close with you. It looked weird. Like, just getting that surgery just made him look weird because the lips, you could tell he had surgery. He looks weird. He like this picture right now was gorgeous. You didn't need any work done. That comes from when you in this industry and you see other folks who's like, I need this done, I need that done. He looks really weird now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he pressed him on the surgery and he didn't judge Bobby Lytes. He just had a good conversation to allow, Bobby Lytes, to talk. Armon did a great job. And I hope that Zeus, because I sent it to Zeus and I emailed him about it. I said, he is a good person to be on a reunion show or on a show. You need to get into the Armon Wiggins business because he's really, really popular and successful. And then once the interview ended, then we get some tea that Jason Lee blocked Bobby Lytes. Jason Lee, he unfollowed Bobby Lytes. He already unfollowed Armon. Now he unfollowed Bobby Lytes. Because in the interview, they were throwing shade. Said, are you drunk? Throwing shade at Jason. And so Jason Lee blocked him. So hearing that and stuff like that, and then because people were, before we get to the Jason Lee part, I want to answer that because they say it's a filler. Like filler, anything, that's still some type of, you getting some type of alterations done to your face. And he didn't need alterations. You don't need it. Anyway, so Bobby Lytes, talked about that. Then he talked about how he did coke, about how Island Boy was on the coke and all of that stuff. So he talked about that. So we know that Jason Lee unfollowed Bobby. And I'm like, why did he unfollow Bobby? Because Armon and Bobby teamed up. One of the major mistakes and we're going to talk about, because Jason Lee did an interview. We're going to get into that. But one of the major mistakes of Jason, he tried to, what do they call that? Gatekeep Armon. Meaning, he tried to say, listen, Armon, I made you. I'm not going to introduce you to the party. Armon did a backflip and said, Jason, I'm going to team up with Bobby. A perfect opportunity. And Bobby introduced him to all these people. So now let's get into the Jason Lee. So Jason Lee, he's on a press tour. On the press tour, he decided to go on a show on the House of Aaron. So he on the House of Aaron, and I was going to watch it, but I didn't watch it live, like when he was premiering it. Armon Wiggins got more views with his interview with Bobby Lytes, but who cares about that, right? So House of Aaron was interviewing Jason Lee. Jason Lee started to respond to Wiley. Oh, I don't care if you're cockeyed. I don't care if your eyes are straight. Just out of all the YouTubers, he brings me up. Out of everybody. Dissing me, disrespecting me over and over. And I'm like, why he disrespecting me? Like, what's the problem? We supported his book, blah, 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 blah. But it's not the first time Jason disrespected me. I found an old video of Jason doing a show and he disrespected Wiley, saying I couldn't read, he disrespected whatever, right? And so I'm hearing the interview. I'm like, the interview wasn't entertaining. It was dry because I think House of Aaron, again, he want to be invited to the party. There's nothing wrong with that. And they know, and Jason only go on platforms that won't call him out on his mess. And this brother watch the Wiley Show. He watched the Wiley Show. We sent him emails. We emailed his team that be writing on the Hollywood and all that. We did our part. So they watch our show. And he just dissing Wiley. But I told somebody, I said, if he dissing me, why he won't come on my show and say it to my face? I'll take a flight to LA and we can do a sit-down interview. Oh yeah, he gonna talk about me and it's gonna give him content and he's in bruh. I talk about everybody. You're not nothing special. I talk about you. I talk about A, B, C, D, E. I talk about a lot of people on the show. That's what we do. And I'm critical of Jason because Jason does a lot of effed up mess, right? And he watches our show. And so he said what he said about us, and I want to respond. I think Jason Lee, unfortunately for me, he paints this picture like I did this off my talent alone. But a lot what he did, he finessed his way into the business. He lied on Queen Latifah. He wrote this in his book. He lied on Queen Latifah, said that his cousin, that a family member died, and we need to get in contact with Queen Latifah to get her on the phone. That's what this brother did. So a lot of things he finessed his way into the business. He finessed his way to Floyd Mayweather. Whatever he told Floyd got Floyd to open up his pockets. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he did to Floyd, what he licked on Floyd, but made that man open up his pockets. And now JC's promoting a course, and they have the audacity to send me an email, and I responded to that email. I don't need his course because that brother, anybody that take his course, he's not going to teach you how to finesse the industry. Unless he teach you how to finesse the industry, then pay for his course. But he ain't going to teach you how to finesse that industry. He going to give you a bunch of bullshit. You're going to pay all that money for a bunch of bullshit. Unless he going to teach you how to finesse and catfish your way into the business, don't even pay for that course. Unless he going to teach you how to finesse with these celebrities and how to get into these deals and all that, don't pay for that course. Teach me how to finesse, how you did it. Teach me how to get in these circles with these celebrities to take pictures. Teach me how to finesse and get on FaceTime with Cardi. I think that's very smart of him. He did some smart moves. I'm not discrediting his skill set of being smart. But he also feels himself so much that he thinks that I am a gatekeeper. That he tried to destroy Armon Wiggins. And what Armon Wiggins did, I'm going to outsmart you. I'm going to connect with Bobby because I'm still young and entertaining and still have other people that I network with. And I don't like that when you see somebody coming up and you trying to trash them and stop a deal. Jason did that. He got on the phone with, let me show y'all the CEO of Zeus. Mr. Palmer, I'm saying his name right, I probably fucked up his name, but I'm talking right now. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. Give me a second. The Plumer, I'm sorry, I messed up his name. Anyway, let's bring up a picture of him so y'all can see him. So Jason, you see Jason Lee, got on the phone with the CEO of Zeus. And said, oh, no, not Armon. He not a good look. Trashing Armon Wiggins. Trashing Armon. So when he got on the phone, trashing Armon, I said, this man is trying to gatekeep Armon Wiggins. And it didn't work. And the reason why Jason responding to me is because we're critical of Jason Lee. We're critical of him. We're critical of Sherelle's world and her desperate, pathetic husband. We're critical of those people. Because what they tried to do, they tried to say, well, Armon, if you're in the corporate world, you shouldn't be doing this. Sherelle's world, they wanted Armon to bow down to this man. This ain't no man that you bow down to. Who is he? He finessed his way into the business. He can't stop you growing. He can't stop you being successful. And so I had to call her pathetic husband out because you weak. Had your wife waking up in the middle of the night in her drawers talking about who she gonna sue. Lady, please. Couldn't be my wife. I'd have snatched that cord out of the computer. So he tried to stop a bag. And what happened? Armon is smart. That man used his skill set and said, wait a minute. I'm good. I'm in the community with the Bush Queens. So let me get the Bush Queens on the show, on my show, because I got a big platform. You know Bush Queens, you got your platform, you look good, they'll come on your platform. So they come on this platform. He interviewed. It goes viral. He interviewed all the cast except Mr. Cash, and it goes viral. So then Bobby Lytes get on the phone and say, I want you to interview me. He interviewed Bobby Lytes. And look at the success of that. So when I'm saying Jason could not finesse Armon to keep him out of the spotlight, and Jason never wanted to give Armon Wiggins a chance because Armon Wiggins' light is brighter than his light. So now you've seen what Jason Lee is doing now. He's going on the House of Aaron. House of Aaron, unfortunately, doesn't have the cojones to challenge Jason Lee. House of Aaron doesn't not have yet, I don't know if he's ever going to have it, he doesn't have the influence of Armon Wiggins. And Jason Lee, you went on the House of Aaron show, but didn't even post the House of Aaron when he interviewed Kaya. How you say you like my show, but when I interview somebody and it goes viral, you didn't even post it on your platform. And you had the audacity to say, well, I like Kaya, but the Hollywood Unlocked don't like Kaya. Bruh, save that bullshit for somebody else. You are the CEO of Hollywood Unlocked. You saw that the House of Aaron was going viral and you didn't post them. So don't try to come into a show and act like he's all this great. He got all this talent. You watch him, you do this and blah, 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 blah. But you did not post him on your platform when he interviewed Kaya. And then you're going to say, finesse it again. Well, I can give you an interview and bring them on your show. And I'll post that. This is how he finessed his way into the business. He lied, and we're going to see if he's going to actually bring a guest on the House of Aaron show and to post it. Because he didn't post it when he had Kaya on the show. Everybody else was posting it except Jason. So hearing this, he's going on platforms that don't challenge him. He went on Sherelle's world. She don't challenge. Her husband don't challenge her. Went on the House Air. He ain't going to challenge her. Jason Lee, come on over here at the Wiley Show because we're going to challenge you. And the House of Aaron didn't even read your book. The House of Aaron got upset. None to the House of Aaron, but y'all put this stuff out here publicly. The House of Aaron got upset because Jason was naming other YouTubers. Yeah, I watched this YouTuber. I watched this you. And the House of Aaron said, don't name. How do you say it? He's so cute. He's attractive. He's an attractive guy. But how do you say it? But don't be naming these other YouTubers on my platform. Why are you naming and giving these people all the clout? Attractive guy, House Aaron is attractive. But the man, he ain't gonna challenge you. He's just a good, attractive guy. He'll be a good boyfriend. He ain't gonna challenge you, in a corner somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Not gonna challenge you. He's attractive, but he ain't gonna challenge you. No, he ain't gonna challenge you. Man, please. And what did Jason say? Yeah, I got this party, I got this event. That's how he enticed people in. But the House Aaron, it ain't gonna work when you try to outgrow that and go further. He's gonna try to stop your light. You are attractive. But he's going to try to stop. If he see you trying to surpass him, he's going to stop everything. He's going to try to stop it. So be very mindful of what he's trying to give you. Okay? Mm-hmm. Because you are attractive. And I like the House of Aaron. You know what I'm saying? Just the interview, he just didn't challenge Jason. Got to challenge these people. And then I was on bingo, minding my own business. I went to Tasha, saw her, went on bingo, and I guess my name popped up. Guess what Jason Lee did? He blocked me. Why? You say I'm entertaining. Why I can't watch you at a premiere? He was at Will Smith premiere. And I was watching it, and next thing you know, I was booted out of the live. I was kicked out. So, why did he block me? That's a question you ask Jason. I just talk about people. This is what I do. He said he watched me. He blocked me. People have been blocking Wiley constantly. It's okay. That doesn't bother me because I'm still going to do what I'm going to do on the Wiley Show and talk my ish. But back to the House of Aaron. You're a good-looking guy. I said that already. I'm going to say it again because when you're good-looking, I'm going to keep saying it. And I think Jason used the House of Aaron to get under Armon's skin, but it didn't work because the House of Aaron did not get into that beef. Sherelle's world, because her husband don't have her under subjection, she wear the pants, she makes the money, she brought up Armon. So her interview was a little bit better than the House of Aaron. It looked like, and it's no offense, House of Aaron, it looked like the man was sleepy. You do that, and why you bring? And I see that you had did that. I don't know if the man was sleepy. I don't know if the man popped a sleeping pill, but the man was sleepy. It sounded like he just woke up doing that interview. And I see that you have done that and all that, and I see you got your course out. I don't know if was the man sleepy. Wake up. And then he say, me and Angie, the shade room, we don't beef. And this is what we do. We don't do that. But that's your feeling. That's how you feel. Y'all don't be, but on YouTube, we will meal on the streets. That's what we do over here. So don't try to come down and try to talk to, because if we so bad, why are you doing interviews with the YouTubers? Why are you responding to Wiley? If we this and we that, don't try to come down there and give us no advice. And you ain't gonna tell us the real deal. Talk about how you tried to. I would, House of Aaron, I would have asked him the questions. Why did you reach out to the CEO of Zeus to stop Armon Wiggins' bag? Why? Why? Why did you reach out to that man to stop his bag? Why did you do that, Jason? Are you mad because he's young and you up in age? Why, Jason Lee, you came out against Roland Martin when you got the thing wrong with the Queen being dead? Why did you drag Roland Martin, calling him old, when he's like 2 years older than you? Ask him the tough questions. Ask him the tough questions. Y'all, you House of Aaron, if you would have called me, next time I'm going to reach out to you. I'm going to reach out to you after this show, brother. We're going to get you on the Wiley Show. I want you up and wide awake. Because you didn't ask him the tough questions. You were giving them softball questions. Now, if you are paid for $1,000 or $2,000 for the mentorship, if you got it, do it. But my question is he going to tell you the real deal? When I got an email of this person saying that Jason Lee, and I got the TikTok, that Jason Lee like underage boys, and that he travels, he like underage, he like them young, underage or young guys. I think that's a question that should be brought up. I don't know if the man like younger, underage guys or young guys or something like that, but I'm going to bring that question up. See, he ain't going to come on the Wiley Show. He ain't going to come on the show because I'm not going to kiss his butt. He's talented. He got a big following, but I got a job to do. I'm going to ask him them tough questions. He's going to use Brother House of Aaron. He's going to use that man up and dry. Because the House of Aaron he's not a confrontational type of dude. So he can use Aaron and give him the parties and give him the deal. And he's attractive. And if he sue me for saying what I'm saying, then draw up the paperwork. Draw it up. Sue me. And we can sit down at the table and doing the deposition, and then my lawyers can ask him, have you been around younger guys? Do you just like light-skinned guys? I'm only saying this allegedly because I heard the rumors, and we can sit down in the courtroom and we can have that conversation. And if he sue me with his team of lawyers, we will have our team of lawyers and we will have the conversation. But just because he say lawsuit, he scare a lot of you Negroes into being scared to challenge him. That does not scare me because you say lawsuit. Sister Sherelle's World tried to scare me in the middle of the night when she said lawsuit. So these are just rumors that we want to ask him and question him on that. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's it. I'm just asking questions. I don't know if he go to these other countries that the legal age of consent is 15 and 16. I don't know. But these are questions that we want to ask Brother Jason. But he ain't going to ask it. Sister Sherelle's World and Mr. Perry ain't going to ask these questions. Brother House of Aaron is not going to ask these questions. But Brother Wiley, the one with the cock eye, is going to ask these tough questions. This is why he blocks us. All right, I think we said enough about that. Asking hard questions. All right, let's go. And let's drop the link. And then then the House Aaron was like, we know who you talking about. Because Jason, he's trying to throw a rock high and say, when you say cockeye, we know you talking about Brother Wiley. Don't you get up over here acting like you ain't talking about Brother Wiley. But the House Aaron didn't want to name drop because he's scared. A little scared. He's attractive, but he's a little scary. If he was dating me, we would give him some knowledge and understanding, give you some toughness. So he said cockeye. And Brother Aaron said, listen, we know who you talking about when you say cockeye. We know who you talking about. Who else is cockeye in this sector of YouTube? We know who you talking about. And then shout out to my followers, the producers. It was like, who was he talking about? He was talking about the Wiley Show, giving us that free promo. Like he said, they give me free promo. You gave me free promo because my phone was ringing. Like he was talking about you. He was talking about Wiley. He was talking about Wiley. I said, he was talking about me. I said, here we go. And then anytime y'all send me stuff, I act stupid like I don't know what's going on, but I didn't already seen it. But I act stupid so you can keep sending me stuff. So people was like, "Wow, did you see it?" No, I didn't see that. What did he say? What? He said that. I do that so you can keep sending me stuff. But I didn't already seen it when you send it because y'all was sending it late. I'm like, did he say that? What? Really? I didn't know he said all that. I didn't already seen it. Y'all was just eating my inbox up with that video. Yes. Yeah, he's an attractive guy, but just because you're attractive, I gotta talk about you. You know, so we're gonna reach out to the house of Aaron. Let me send the house of Aaron a voice note. Y'all hit this link because we did some talking today. Let me reach out to the house of Aaron. Let me see. Do we have his Instagram? Let me see if I can reach out to him right quick. Let me see. Hey, the house of Aaron, this is Wiley. I was just wondering because we got 655 million people, and I want to bring you on my show. I want to bring you on the show, and I'm willing to even use your link of Fashion Nova to buy $200 worth of Fashion Nova products. I would love to have you on the show. So whenever you are available, can you come on the Wiley Show and we can have a conversation? Or I would love to go on your show. It don't make me no difference. So if you're available, I'm right here and there, and I think you are a very attractive guy. Keep up the good work and keep doing your thing. Peace. All right, so I sent him a voice note. Okay, let's go down and let's talk to the people. Okay, y'all hitting the link. Let's go to the people. All righty. Okay, Cameron, is that your name right?
No, it's Carmen. Can you hear me?
Oh, Carmen. I said Cameron. Go ahead, Carmen. I can hear you. I think you driving. Go ahead.
Yeah, I am. I just want to know why Jason Lee is going on this whole YouTube tour after he got read to filth by Armon. Like, I don't see the point. He's not saying nothing new that he hasn't said before, and I just think he looked weak. And for him to bring you up and try to throw rocks and hide his hand, it just shows what Armon was saying. How he's a, I can't even say the word. How he's a punk, and he's scared of confrontation because he knows, even with your eye, everything that people try to throw at you, you don't even care. You still read them down. You read the people's down, and they can't take it.
And
And
the reason why he's on the press tour is because he's trying to sell his course, his $1 million course, and he's using it as promotion so he can get people that say, "Okay, let me get this course because I want to be like Jason." That's why he's doing these interviews.
But I find it funny how all of a sudden after he got read for filth from Amon by telling him he's a hater and he don't help nobody, that all of a sudden he has a course that he now has that I guess he's trying to change his image, but it's already done. Like, he already is a painted hater, and he's mad at anybody coming up. Just like House of Aaron kind of told him himself, like, you were saying my name like you don't know who House of Aaron is. Like, you were just saying it, and he was trying to dumb it down. Like, no, I wasn't saying it like that. Like, I'm talking to you right now. I'm going on your show. But Aaron was just like, no, you was being shady, and he just was telling him, and he was denying it. He just all he does is throw rocks and hide, and he's just like a big cootie cat. Like, it just makes no sense. But that's all I wanted to say, Wiley.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
You're right about. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Yeah, he did say that. He said you didn't even know who I was, but said that where he was exposing that without saying it. He was exposing the fakeness of Jason Lee, and I'm glad that he was able to bring that up for because he did say he said you act like you didn't know who I was, and he was like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Oh man. Okay, child, please, you're live.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
Okay, so to start, I want to start with the Bobby Lights and Armon interview.
Yes.
It was a great interview. One thing I like about Armon in that interview is you notice when Bobby would go to talk about someone else like Saucy Santana, Armand would bring him back to the center, bring him back and say, this is about you. We're not talking about Saucy. And he wanted the interview to be focused on Bobby and what Bobby's past, his present, and whatever he's doing in the future. Unlike if you watch some of Jason Lee's, well, I'm gonna call him Bacon Lee. if you've watched some of Bacon Lee's interviews, he always inserts himself in the story with that celebrity he's talking to. So I love that Armon doesn't do that. The other thing is, Wiley, Bacon Lee should have said your name. Bacon Lee sees you as a threat, as he does Armon and some of the other YouTubers out there. He doesn't see Sherelle as a threat. He knows that she's simple-minded. So he gave her a handout by going on her show. If you look at the numbers, I think when I looked earlier today, the views on that interview that she did with Jason Lee, I think it's at like 35K or something. When Armand's interview with Bobby, after 24 hours, it's already like close, I think going into the high 30s. So, something else I wanted to say.
Yeah, you're right. The Jason Lee on the show World got 41,000 views.
And it was 5 days ago.
Yeah, 6 days ago. 41,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so Armand's interview has already reached almost the same numbers.
And Armon actually got got less subscribers than Sherelle. I think Sherelle's World got about, if I'm not mistaken, you guys, 417,000 subscribers, and Armon only got 160-some thousand subscribers. And then the interview that he did on the House of Aaron got under 10,000 subscribers. Got under 10,000 views.
You know what? I think, like, Jason kind of got lucky in the industry. We know that Floyd helped him out. He names drops all these celebrities, but one of the biggest celebrities that he's always windmilling for, I've never seen him do an interview with her. Am I wrong, Wiley? Has he done an interview with Cardi B?
I think he did. Hold on, let me double check. I think he had Cardi when she first started. Cardi B on Hollywood. Let me see on Hollywood. I think when he first started. I need to talk about when she
was on Love and Hip Hop.
Like, this was 5 years ago. 5 years
ago.
Oh,
wow.
Interviewed Cardi B, and this is when her hair was like in a reddish blue. This is like when she first
before she got her teeth done.
Before she got her teeth done, yes.
Okay, so I think Jason. I was in Target today, and I was just thinking of some. Wait a
minute, her teeth was done.
Okay.
I'm looking at her teeth now. But go ahead.
Okay. And I was in Target today, and I was like, Jason, you're really not great at this. You're doing a press tour. You're doing these master classes now, all for someone who you have said is not a threat to you, which is Armon. So I'm walking through Target, and I see that Jason Wu has a makeup line. Since we know that Jason Lee watches your show, my suggestion for Jason is quit the business. You're not great at it. Invest in like hair mousse, because that's all I see when I look at him is that stringy, whatever type 3A, 4BC, whatever hair. Go invest in creating a product for hair mousse, because the interviewing and trying to be this celebrity that you're not, it's just not working. I'm not impressed. I didn't even click on Sherelle's video. I didn't click on Aaron's video. I figured I would hear what happened in those interviews through other YouTubers. But there is nothing that Jason provides that makes me want to be interested in him or Hollywood Unlocked. I'd rather look at the other blogs. So that's my final word again is, I saw Jason Wu. He does makeup. He does clothing. Jason Lee, go invest in trying to create mousse and do like a hairline, or try to be the face of Mixed Chicks. They're a hair company. Because all this other stuff, you came to YouTube to do a press tour. YouTube is Armand's house. It's your house. Nobody else is paying attention to Jason Lee. So that's all I had to say.
Well, thank you so very much. Thank you, child. Thank you. And he said Wiley's entertaining, and so he watched. We know this, And I'm glad he put that out there. And a lot of YouTubers reached out and they wanted me on their show because of what Jason said. And I want to say this, we put in the work. And I told y'all, I said, you don't see them jump up out of the bushes, but they're watching what we do. They watch our show. And you would be surprised the people that watch our show. And they watch. And I'm glad that he said, oh, he's entertaining. I know this. I know I'm entertaining. Because you ain't going to watch if I'm not entertaining. And they watch. And I appreciate that. Because I'm always going to be able to give my opinion about Jason or whomever. I talk about people like Armon. I talk about him. But I gave Armon his props with the interview. Where's Yonsei? Is Yonsei in the chat? Yonsei. All right, because I wanted her to call in. And so I appreciate it. And we give him his prop when he do good. We also criticize when he do something that I feel like wasn't right. All right. We're going to go. I think we have somebody else backstage. And y'all hit the link. Child, hit the link. Zaydon, you live on the air.
Hey, Wiley, how are you doing?
Doing well.
Listen, this has been an incredible show, and these are some incredible topics. But let's get into this whole Sherelle's World and Jason Lee. Now, if you happen to didn't see the interview, you can see that clearly Sherelle is being baited by Jason Lee. He is controlling the interview. She is barely asking simple questions. The only thing that she really had to refute was the fact that when people said that she wasn't on Jason Lee's payroll. Now, the reason why people thought that Sherelle's World was on Jason Lee's payroll was because how she acted. You making content about Armon Wiggins that you went against him. Jason Lee so happened to follow your channel, I guess, see you, give you a cash out for $500 because you were talking against Armon Wiggins and then say, oh, I'm not on your payroll. Jason Lee paid you for your obedience, allegedly. Jason Lee paid you to be his confidant. The fact is, Jason Lee said, oh, I sent money to all my favorite content creators, but can't name not one of Sherelle World shows that he was on. Probably only seen one episode of her show and then just give her money. So no, I don't get it. Also, what I wanted to talk about Armon Wiggins and Bobby Lytes, I Love You Per interview. So listen, I saw the interview. I think that there's a lot of things that were spilled. Bobby says that a lot of boys in the show had houses in Virginia. And we all knew that Go Hard and Island Boys relationship was clearly false. You're clearly putting on this whole front that you want to get back at Bobby Lytes. So you got with the closest dirty thing that you could, trying to make Bobby jealous, but then he got you on recording saying that you knew it was a lie. You knew that this wasn't a real relationship. And I watched the interview with Armon and Bobby. I love how Armon called out Bobby on the things that he didn't want to admit to, or about his hair being fake or he having surgery, about him going down slopes and stuff. I think that Bobby Lytes was drinking so much during the interview that I think that he should go on Drink Champs. Wiley, he's friends with Noriega. Noriega, if you're really supporting the LGBT community, you definitely need to have Bobby Lytes on Drink Champs, because Bobby Lytes can sit there and drink a whole bottle until there's nothing left. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the interview. I wish that Bobby would have got there on time so we would have seen a little bit more. I would have liked that if Armon Wiggins would have asked Bobby about Jason Lee, about how shitty he is, about how he doesn't have any friends, about how he's fake in the industry. Jason has this thing where he thinks that people like him, but they don't because of how he treats him. I honestly think, in my opinion, that he's so damaged and broken because of his brother being passed away, his mom giving him up at birth, his dad didn't want him, that Jason Lee is broken beyond repair. He will never find true love and happiness because he's always trying to see the outer beauty as something that he has to have. And so instead of looking in a person's heart and loving a person, he looks at the outer beauty. He only hangs around Dominicans and light-skinned boys and pretty boys, so he don't care. So even though he claims that he's black and he's part of the community, I don't believe that Jason Lee really support Black content creators. You have Zaydon on your show for 2 seasons, being the star of your show. Wiley, I asked Jason Lee if I could interview with him on my show, and he blocked me. But yeah, you can go and ask Wendy Williams for her come on your show, and she came on your Raggedy show. But yet, when Zaydon asked you for an exclusive interview on my gag review show, you didn't want to come and block me. So make that make sense. Now you want to go on House of Aaron and give him content and Shoutout and give her a lame, boring content show, but you can't come on, can't interview with Zaydon. That's why I'm mad with Jason Lee. That's why Jason Lee doesn't have any friends. That's why people follow Jason Lee, because he is fake and he'll pretend and send money like he's supporting you when he really doesn't. That's why his show, Gagging with Jason Lee, is finally coming to an end. So all them Gag Nation members and all the Gag Nation who was against me or who didn't like me, guess what? You don't have a show anymore. And guess what? I got a show.
I hear you and I see what you're doing. And because you were on Gagging, you were one of the callers. You wasn't official calls. You were one of the callers, because what he do on Gagging, he offered the subscribers, the viewers, to call in to say what they have to say. So where did you and Jason fall out? Why did he stop allowing you on there? Did you stop, or did he stop you from coming on there?
But it was a little bit of both, honestly.
Okay.
I was an original Gag Nation member on his show. I came on the camera every single week with contents, ideas, and the show. People love the show because Gag Nation was all there every single week with the merch. Now Gag Nation consists of 2 or 3 people these days. But how me and Jason Lee fell out is one of the boys that I was talking to, husband, sent Jason Lee a text message saying that I was trying to get with their husband and said that I want to get you kicked off of Gagging with Jason Lee. Sent Jason Lee a text message. Jason Lee read the message live on air and said, Zaydon, is that you? Is that you? And I had to deny and say, no, that's not me. I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, Jason, we need to talk. And so he immediately took me off the screen and said, no, we'll save it next week for Judge Jason, because everybody knows that I was on Judge Jason the first time and got suspended off the show. So I sent Jason Lee.
So did you send the husband a message? So did you send him a message trying to flirt with the husband?
Okay, I was talking to one of the guys I was talking to. He was getting a divorce. Okay? I did not know that he knew Jason Lee before I came to Hollywood. So I stopped talking to the husband, and so the husband decided that since I stopped talking to him, that he's going to get back with his other husband. Showed him all my messages, all the videos, all the new pictures and stuff that I sent to him. He decided to send that to his husband. The husband called me, and I said, I'm doing a show on Gagging tonight with Jason Lee. Oh, I know Jason Lee. By the way, he hates Jason Lee. So he got a message sent to Jason Lee. Jason Lee says, Zaydon, come on the show and let's do come on the show with their alleged husband and let's talk about it. I told Jason Lee I have some demands. If you want me to come on the show, give me some free merch. I bought nearly all your merch. Can I get a free hat, a free shirt, or free sweater? No. Number 2, I want to have you interview on Gag Review. That's all I said. But yeah, you on Bigo and getting people interviews left and right. Shoutout and the House of Aaron. So that's why me and Jason Lee fell out. And he said, Zaydon, you're kicked off the show. You no longer can come back on the show anymore. And so from that point, after 63 episodes, I stopped coming on the show. I stopped coming on. So that's what Jason fell out.
Okay. Well, thank you for telling me that. And that's what I tell people. I tell Queen Tulsa the same way. I said, you don't see Wiley joining up other people because, again, if they cut you off, that's it. You have to put, your time, your energy into your own show. Because if you get known just tuning into Jason's show, or getting on tuning into the Wiley show, or getting on tuning whomever, they're not going to come to your show. But they're going to he going to come on Wiley show, or he's going to come on Jason's show. So I tell Queen Tulsa the same thing. I say, you have to put the energy into your show. And a lot of these people, when you're first starting out, Jason not going to come on your show, because who is that going to help? That's going to help Zaydon. That's not going to help Jason, right? There's, so a lot of people, they don't even come on the Wiley show, and I have almost 30,000 subscribers, but I don't care if I don't go on their show because I have my own audience. And I think that a lot of people have to put energy into their own shows, and that's how you grow. But I told Queen Toast the same thing because she gets so known tuning into everybody else's show, but when she go on her show, don't nobody watch because they don't need to watch because they know you're going to come on everybody else's show. So that's what the advice against, because Jason is the same type of person. He's going to use you while he can, and he feel like if he can't use you anymore, he can always cut that off. Then you lose because people are going to forget about you, and he's going to bring somebody else to replace you.
Yeah, well, and I agree. I agree with you. And the thing is, with the husband, I confronted the husband. I told the husband to come on Gag Review, and he came on, and we had a whole conversation, this whole misunderstanding about me trying to get with their husband and the whole situation. So that's why Jason Lee, to me, is faking. He is fraud. He, like you say,
not only Jason Lee is that way. The husband, whoever the person you was communicating with, they were fake as well because they let Jason know.
I agree. And the thing is, the reason why I stopped talking to this individual, because every time I would call you, you say you're getting divorced, but the husband this, the husband that, the husband is clearly you're not over him.
So was he attractive?
He made $35,000 a month. So if you do the math, it's somewhere around $300,000, $400,000 a year. The husband lived in a building where I had worked. Very expensive, very, very rich people. The rent's like $6,000 a month. He lived in like 810. So the higher you go, the higher he made money.
Oh, so you wanted him to be your sugar daddy?
I wanted him to pay some bills, and so I was starting talking to them. Telling you, we never met Wiley. It was only on phone and calls. I stopped talking to him because he kept talking about the husband.
But I'm asking you a question. Was he attractive? Yes or no?
Yes, he was very attractive. I mean, he was a white man.
Wait a minute.
He was a white man.
White?
He was a white man. Yes, but the thing is, he's a white man, but he loved black. He loved black people.
Okay, he want pretty much. So, do you know who his husband is? Is his husband white or black?
His husband was black.
And did have his husband ever, the black one? Has he ever went on Jason Lee's show?
No, he said that he didn't want to go on the show to confront me.
But the white man reached out to Jason.
No, the black man did.
The black man reached out to Jason, and Jason cut you off because maybe Jason wanted the black man. Who knows? Maybe he wanted the black man. Jason was upset that I didn't give him the content, Wiley, to come on his show. I told him an ultimatum that I wanted to come on, and I was just being like Zaydon, like, hey, I want to interview you and give me some free merch. I've given Jason cash apps. I've sent him super chats. I've bought his book. I bought all his merch. I literally have invested at least. We've got him flowers on the show before. Wow. Everyone knows my face on Gag with Jason Lee. When they see me, they know my voice. I was on his show. I went to jail on his show. I don't know if you ever know the Cussing Pastor. We had a whole thing on the Cussing Pastor where we air out the pastor's business. Okay,
everything, Wiley.
Right. So you upset because you communicated with the husband, right? You communicated with the white man, and the black husband of the white man reached out to Jason, and Jason.
No, that's not why I'm upset. I'm upset the fact that Jason Lee didn't have my back, and you let a stranger come in and manipulate you into thinking that they wanted to get me kicked off the show, and you didn't come to me and talk to me as a man. You never called me, you never text me, you never sent me an email. When I come on your show, yes, I'm being this way for your show because it's entertainment. But behind the scenes, you don't know that I'm a real loving, life, sweet person, that I just want to make people laugh and have fun and have a good time. What Zaydon is different when he gets off and off this camera. My thing is, you never had a conversation with me. You never said, hey, what's the situation? What's the tea? Because had you would have told me, I would have told you that this boy, that the white husband, Jason Lee, was sleeping on his couch, Wiley. That's how I know, because the white man, Jason Lee, they were in a hotel room. Jason Lee tore up the whole hotel room that the white man and the husband were living in, Wiley, allegedly.
Okay.
He took the whole room. Jason Lee was sleeping on his now partner's couch. So, and they had a whole thing. So Hollywood is very, very small. We know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. This is the reason why I'm upset with Jason Lee, because how he treated me, how his feelings. You can sit here,
I hear the hurt. You know what I'm saying? You invested in Jason, you purchased merch, you purchased everything. I'm not shocked because I try to tell a lot of subscribers, don't get too emotionally involved with these people because at the end of the day, they can exit the relationship because they can always replace a subscriber. They can always replace a caller, right? So don't get too emotional with these people because they can always cut you off. And Jason not the only one. There's plenty of content creators that cut off a caller or a subscriber and block them and they move on. So I hate to see that happen. So are you single now or are you in a relationship now?
I'm single now, Wiley, but I wanted to mention one last point before I let you go. Before I met Jason Lee, I was at the McDonald's Hollywood pool party in Hollywood. I was at the party. It was this very exclusive party. I was seeing everyone there. I seen Jason Lee at the party, so I took a picture with him on the spot. So I knew Jason Lee before I ever went on his television show. And then I just so happened, the pandemic happened. I got on Jason Lee's show. I was a star of his show and everything. Right now, currently, I'm single and I'm focusing on myself and my music. My album is coming out next year.
So when you met Jason Lee, and you say you knew Jason Lee, have you been in Jason Lee home? Have you and Jason Lee had sex? Like,
no, we never had sex. I was never in his home. I was out at a social Hollywood event that my label had put me on. And so I was there and I saw Jason Lee when he was big Jason Lee. When he came down.
Okay, so that was a while ago.
That was like back in 2017,
so you say
2018.
You sing. Can you sing us a song if you're a singer?
I can sing something. Let me think of something really fast to think of.
Because we got 668 people here that are listening, and you, your husband, you hit that note right, you know.
Absolutely. Keep talking while again. Let me keep talking. Let me think of a song really fast I can think of really fast.
I hear your point, and I see a lot of people are saying, well, he thought he was an employee, he thought he was a prodigy. I hear the hurt because if you invest in a person that you buy their merch, you watch their show, they bring you on, and then that person cuts you off, it's some hurt there. I remember the Wendy Williams caller. Y'all remember her? The Wendy Williams caller, right? Once Armon dragged her, she got so hurt because I did not defend her. Remember that, okay? And she no longer from that point called into the Wiley Show because she was hurt. I did not take her side. Y'all remember that, okay? So, but she still watched our show. I still got a picture of her up on my wall, and she still watch our show. She just won't call in. But have she been replaced? Yes. Other callers called in and all of that. So we got new callers that have called in because guess what? As long as the show keep growing, you can be replaced. Zaydon, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, you can come back the next time if you can't think of a song to sing. I thought you was ready.
No, honestly, I wasn't prepared to sing.
Okay, it's okay.
But if I can next time,
okay.
Because I've been up for the last 15 hours.
Okay,
I was gonna fall asleep.
Okay,
but your show came on, and I wanted to come on.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next call.
My story.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next call.
Bye. Thank you, Wiley.
All right, bye. Okay, singers, y'all better be ready. Let me tell y'all something. When somebody say sing a song, be ready. All right. Be ready because you never know who I am and who I know. So always, if you a singer, sing me a song right now. Because if you do an audition, sing me something right now. You can't be like, I ain't ready. I don't know. Well, you ain't a singer. A true singer, you can, and I'm not. They ready. You got to be hungry. All right. Okay. And rappers be ready too because you never know who I know. And we got some record executives that's in here, some A&R reps that are in here. I met an A&R rep that followed this show, and we met her at the airport. You just never know who watch. All right, go ahead, brother Tommy.
He didn't even put all his business out there, but I'm here for it though. But listen, Jason is a mess, and my thing with him is that he is so petty, he is so bitter to try to bring a beef up after it's already ended. Jason, you are not offering nothing. So that's why you're trying to beef with Armon. That's why you're trying to beef with Wiley. This is my problem with him. But my thing is that Armon, he's kind of taking the bait because he keeps trying to sub him. But my thing is this, Armon, leave him alone. He's just bitter. And the best thing that you can do to show everyone that he's bitter is that not responding, because Jason's gonna keep going and keep going at Armon, and everyone's gonna see how pressed he is about Armon, and Jason just needs to get it together. I don't understand. I just don't understand this, because now it makes sense to me that he has lost people in his life, and the situation with his father, it makes a lot of sense on why he's acting the way he does. But I think that Jason just needs to cut it out and focus on different ventures. Talk about celebrities. Don't need to bring up another YouTuber. You don't need to be going on all these other YouTuber platforms to try to get some allies against Armon. And that's basically what he's doing. It's giving Tasha K when Tasha K was building up Storm to try to go at Armon. That's what it's given to me. Jason just needs to cut it out and just focus on other ventures, because this is obviously not working. You're not going to be bigger than Armon because Armon has more talent than you. And I don't even like Armon, but I can see the talent. And that's all I got to say. Why I thank you.
Well, we thank you so very much for calling in. You just never know. All right. Y'all hit the link. Y'all don't have to show yourself on camera, because one lady says she ain't got a wig on. You could be bald headed. And we put the logo up. You don't have to show yourself on camera. Go ahead. All About the Trees. I believe that's your name. Go ahead, sis.
Yes. Hi, Wiley. Good evening, everybody. Jason, on my channel, I talked about the Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee. I find it very cowardly that Jason Lee, being as big as he is, or that he thinks he is, he's coming over to our sector, right? And only because, for the simple fact that Armon has called him out, and his true colors came out by all of the receipts that Armon displayed. And make no mistake, he's now teaming up with smaller content creators to basically, it's a PR stunt. He wasn't thinking about offering a class. He hasn't mastered YouTube. He was getting pointers from Armon. So how is it that now you have become this expert of a YouTuber when you have not mastered it for yourself? Now, in regards to everybody that he's rubbing shoulders with, he's not highly sought after. Like, Armon has the it factor. He's very entertaining. He doesn't have to try. It's organic. Jason Lee is just connected to, or attached to. He attaches himself like a leech to a lot of people. Look at the Rock Nation brunch. Beyonce was trying to get away from him, and here he is, like a gnat on a giraffe's ass, chasing her down for a picture. Armon didn't have to do that with Kanye. And when Armon was going to go on his channel to help him out, make no mistake about it, Armon was already popping. Jason Lee was trying to find his niche on YouTube. And after many failed attempts of trying to, gain notoriety and create a thriving or successful blog, he has finally, come to, in his whatever he's trying to do. But it's not because people are looking and seeking him out. It's because he's calling in favors, and now you are in the same room with Will Smith and all of these other people. These people aren't seeking him out, but Armon is being sought out and being invited to a lot of these social soirees, and he is ringing bells out here. And that's why Jason Lee is very much so intimidated by Armon, because on Sherelle's interview, it was dry. She wasn't asking the questions that everybody wanted to know. She's like the dumb blonde. She's like the dumb blonde. And Jason Lee has a lot of self-esteem issues. The facade that he puts on, that he's so confident and he's the ish, is a whole complete front. For the simple fact that I know he has childhood trauma, but at the same time, all of those issues that he have is manifesting. He's like a big brat. And so everything that he's doing now, to me, it falls flat. He has just recently teamed up with what's that other content creator? CTV, because he knows that CTV has an issue with Armon, and now he's trying to uh, befriend him so that he knows how hard that CTV goes for Larry Reed. So if I coddle him or shout him out, then I know that he'll go even harder at Armon, because he's going to get some notoriety, just like he did with Tasha K.
All right. But thank you for telling it. Because I thank you so very much, All About the Streets, for coming on and giving your response on that. And people are definitely calling in and actually texting me right now. Thank you so very much for coming on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I think Zaydon coming back on, you guys, because I had to do a members only in about 20-some minutes. Zaydon, you back on.
Hey, Wiley. Listen, I want to come back on and redeem myself really fast. Even though I'm exhausted and I'm tired, I'm going to sing. So I want to sing R. Kelly Batman. I stood on these blocks, hood on these blocks. I've been around the block and watched on these blocks, moved in on these blocks, moved out on these blocks. I've been around the block and watched on these blocks. Yeah, do I walk through the valley of these streets? Said I shall these streets, cause I love these blocks. And I pay my dues with my pennies. And now I'm a bad man. I'm not ashamed of a bad man and don't need your love. I'm a bad man and I'm not ashamed of a bad man. My life's made me tough.
Yes, thank you so very much. Thank you, Zaydon.
Thank you, Wiley.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Oh, man. Yes. 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 Okay. Yes. Okay. Okay, make sure y'all support him. He's a singer. All righty. You never know who's gonna come on here and sing and support. He should have wanted what was that? Just never know who he should have waited and come back tomorrow. I think he's tired, but Wiley shamed him to singing. He has potential. Joe. All right, you just never know. Wow, thank you all so very much. Did y'all think he did a good job? Let me know in the comments. Did he do a good job, producers? All right. Yes. Somebody said American What do y'all? Did he do a good job? Somebody said good job, Zaydon. We got Samantha from Alabama said Zaydon vocals is the best. We definitely have Rico from New York said good. We got Samantha for California. Zaydon should keep on singing. We are getting an email from Katrina from Alabama said, don't stop singing. So we're definitely having people here from all over sending us and messages that they enjoyed it. We got somebody that's misspeak said it's a decent job. Yes, they did a decent job. So we got people all over the country. We got Miss Rockers from New York said Zaydon can sing. Thank you, Wiley, for giving him the opportunity. So we got people all over. We got Kim from Barbados, all the way from Barbados, said, keep on singing. Yes, we got people all over that are in there and supporting the show and the vocals. Wiley's going to tell him the truth that okay. So thank y'all so very much. You just never know. We got people all over. Kim from Barbados. Wow, where's Barbados located at? Anybody know where Barbados located at? Barbados. Okay, we got people all over. All right. Thank you so very much. Okay, members only. We're going over to the members only live. All right, let me do the link for the members only. Give me a second. All right, we're going to do the members only. Who else I'm going to talk about for members only? Give me a second. We get that together. We're going to post it for the Patreon people. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Okay. We got somebody backstage. Come on, y'all. We still live. Okay. Go ahead, sis.
Hey, Wiley.
Hi.
How are you?
Doing wonderful.
Good. I just wanted to speak on Armon Wiggins and Jason Lee really quick.
Speak on it.
I was actually kind of surprised that Armon, like the last few weeks, he has been making a lot of comments about Jason Lee. So I was like a little surprised. Like he made a lot of like comments about his clothes, like when he did the reunion and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh wow, like I thought that Armon was gonna kind of, like pay him basically, right? And it does seem like he's been taking little subtle shots, so I was like a little surprised about that. But I mean, Jason Lee is like a jerk, and we all know that Armon is more entertaining, but I do kind of feel like he kind of opened it up for another back and forth by just mentioning him at all just the last few weeks.
Okay. I number one, I think that Armon is still hurt by Jason Lee. And I feel like every opportunity he can get, he's going to throw the shots because he invested in Jason Lee. He bought his shirt, he bought his hoodie, he bought his book. He really was supportive. He was teaching Jason Lee how to have his equipment and stuff to work better than Jason Lee employees. And Jason literally tried to stab him in the back to the CEO of Zeus, tried to stab him in his back to other opportunities as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even tell him about the Lytes. And then he saw that Jason was following him and he saw that Jason was talking down to him. So I think every little opportunity that Armon find that he can come at Jason, he definitely do it.
Well, you know what? Now that I like just listen to that and think about, wait a minute, we're talking about Armon. Like when he was mad at Tasha K, it was like every chance. Yeah. So like whenever he falls out with someone, yeah, he definitely makes it a point to drag them and shade them whenever, but I don't know. I guess I just felt like, well, I guess he had, a lot of respect for Tasha K too, at
He
one
did.
point. Yeah,
and he felt like Tasha stole an interview from him. You remember that?
Yeah.
And that happened years ago, and every opportunity he get, he reminds her of that.
Dang. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, I don't know why I was like, yeah, I'm surprised. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is Armon.
Absolutely. This is Armon Wiggins that we're talking about. Absolutely.
He's very petty for that. But you know what? I do wish him the best. I hope that, he does get where he's trying to go, like within YouTube, outside YouTube. I just hope that he does learn to really pay people's dust so that people this doesn't become like his sweater, of like, oh, every time you do something I don't like, now I'm going to like target you or shade you all the time. Like just moving on gracefully, I think will look better on him.
Absolutely. Most definitely. But thank you for giving your observation and thank you so very much.
Yeah. Thank you, Wiley.
Thank you. All right. We got another person that is backstage that want to give their opinion. Bella, you live on air.
Hi, Wiley.
Hi.
I'll make this quick. And I agree with the last caller, what she just said, because that's what I was calling in to say. Let's not forget, and I am a fan of Armon. I like him. I do think that he's very talented and he has a really nice personality on camera. I don't know him personally, just like no one else does. But Armon is cut from the same cloth as Jason Lee. Let's be real. They are cut from the same cloth. They can both be nasty, vindictive, backstabbing, all of those things. We've seen him do that to other people. We've seen him talk nasty about other people. He did it with Tasha K. He does it with whomever he feels crosses him. Him and Jason Lee are two of a kind. That's the reason why the friendship or the usership or whatever they were doing to one another, it was never going to work because they both were trying to get something from the other person. They were both trying to use each other. And it is what it is. Take your L or take your gains, whatever you got from one another, and leave it at that. Throwing jabs is not going to get you anywhere. Y'all are both the same type of person. Nasty clowns on YouTube, but entertaining, to say the least.
Absolutely.
I like the mess.
and we're more entertaining. The YouTube stuff in most cases are more entertaining than the celebrity gossip stuff.
Correct. They're both messy bottoms.
So we
or is on the top.
I don't know if their bottoms will
No, I'm just like
I'm not in their bedroom. But yeah, thank you so very much for calling in, giving your side, giving your observation on this entire topic. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Somebody sent a super chat, say, great show, Wiley. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Yeah, okay. We will drop the link. We got about 5 more minutes. If anybody else want to come back on and say what they got to say, this is the time. You're right, Wiley. When God says your time, it's your time. Yes. B brings views. Let's be honest. We got 600 people, 600 million people watching our live, and I appreciate that. It's probably like throwing a hot dog down the hallway. Not throwing a hot dog down the hallway. I think Armon gave Jason some. Oh, wow. So we have an after show. We're doing a show right now for members and Patreon. Let me drop it for the Patreon people. We're doing that. And so join us right now. Give y'all enough time to join us right now. All right. It is only $4.99, $5, like a $5 foot long. Okay. 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 There we go. Get it there for that. Okay, it's live. All right, where are we going? Okay. No, thank you, Amai, and you just mad because yeah, Tasha, you said Tasha's the queen. All right. I stood up. Yes, thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. All right, thank y'all. Make sure y'all like the video. This was great. This was fun. We was able to have some great content. We're gonna take this over for members. We're gonna do the members. We actually gonna do the members only live for the members immediately following this live. So members, you all can head over to the members only right now. We're doing the members only live. If you're not in the building, you can head over to the members only. If you're not building, we definitely doing a head over to the members only right now. Thank you all so very much. This was fun. This is really, really fun. Great show, man. Good show. I'm not mad at nobody. We could definitely join us over there. Thank you all so very much. We will see y'all. Make sure you thumbs up. If anybody sends stuff to the P.O. Box, our P.O. Box 701122, Dallas, Texas, 75370. If you want to contribute to our Cash App is $ Marquise Wiley 28. You can follow me on Twitter at Wiley Show. Also, our Facebook page, doing great numbers on our Facebook page. We restream on Facebook. Y'all loving it over there. It's like a whole nother audience over there. Don't forget to follow us on our TikTok right now. On the TikTok, we have let me see on the TikTok. because I put a poll out. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. 80% of y'all say y'all don't follow me on TikTok. So can the 80% follow me on the TikTok? 640 people voted, and y'all put 80% said no. 20% said yes. So we need that 80% to follow us on the TikTok. Now, for members, you can click on that members link that the moderators is dropping on there. You can click on there. We dropped the members over there. Make sure you definitely do that. You click on the members and you can definitely join. The link is already over there. Thank you all so very much. If you don't have TikTok, get it. It's fun. Okay? Get it. It's so fun over there on TikTok. Okay? It is fun to do. All right? Make sure you definitely have over there and join us. If you having problems as a member, just send us an email and we will resolve it. But thank you all so very much. We have a lot that we're going to discuss over on the members only. Make sure y'all definitely join us. Members. Okay. And you can definitely follow us over there on the TikTok. We are live over there. Make sure you follow us, TikTok members and the Patreon. Have it. If you have any problems, all you got to do is email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. I'm in my email right now. Show proof that you are a member, and we can send you the link for our members only. Okay? Give me a second. We'll send the link for the members only. But we are sending the link for that. Okay, let me do this. Okay, we got 3 people waiting. All right, we got 3 people waiting on that. Okay, if you have any problems with the members only, send me proof. We email you the link, and that goes the same thing for Patreon because I'm at my email right now. I have emailed somebody the link. Give me a second. All right, let me go. Or you can DM me on Instagram, whatever one to make it easier, because I'm on Instagram as well. If you have problems going on the members only, okay. All right, give me a second. Thank y'all so very much. We are live. For the people that are called in, thank you so very much for that. Okay, there we go. All right, let me see where I'm doing. Thank you for the members. Thank you. But some, because we got about 9 minutes and we're gonna start our members only. Thank you so very much. Okay, this was fun. I will see y'all in the next episode. Okay, we have a special guest for the members only. Make sure you join and stuff like that. Okay, our TikTok is popping right now. Y'all really liking it on Instagram. Okay. Thank y'all so very much. We will see y'all on the members only. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all have a good time. If you have any problems on Patreon or members, just send me an email or DM me on Instagram. The next live, members, we will see y'all over there. Peace.